As I recall, the months leading up to when this all began weren't much to remember. I'd been working late hours at the hospital. It was as if days melded into each other. Day in and day out, it was the same routine. Gunshot wounds, broken bones. In this part of town, it was all common practice. Back then, I was the lead man. I didn't fear death or what was on the other side. Everything made sense. But that was then, this is now. Everything's changed. I write this not really for anyone else to read, but for my own sanity. Perhaps if I start from the beginning, I can make some sense of it. Then again, maybe not. I was 28 at the time, working out of the only hospital in the area. You'd think conditions like that would only lead to a very hectic and stressful environment, but in a place like this, the everyday troubles of the citizens are so common, it becomes routine. I remember this day like it was burned into my head. May 26th. It started out as routine as ever.
Doctor, are you feeling okay?
Fine, just never mind. What have you got today?
The usual. Room 214 is ready for a checkup. You should see how they're doing.
All right. Do you have the paperwork?
Right here.
And how are we doing today, Mr. Bartlett? Oh, I see. Oh, what have we got here? Surgery, lower abdomen, puncture wound. All right. I'm just gonna have a quick look at how you're healing up. Oh, for only having been here a few days, you're certainly coming around rather quickly. I'm just gonna need you to run a few more tests and... What the... Oh, I'm sorry. Just excuse me for one moment there, Mr. Bartlett. This looks important. Hello?
Ray, are you seeing this?
Seeing what?
Look at the Channel 4 news.
I entered the cafeteria to find several of my co-workers huddled around the television set. My first thoughts were that of another bombing on our soil or another gang fight that had gotten out of hand. Any of the thoughts running through my head wouldn't have been a surprise, but nothing could have prepared me for what I saw.
Witness is very graphic and very real. We've had reports popping up all around the downtown center and even from the outskirts of town. Men, women, children attacking each other violently, thrashing and biting one another. Local law enforcement are now responding. Oh my God, they are attacking the police officers. The attackers seem to have no hesitation even when confronted with police.
Ray, I don't know what's happening, but please get home as fast as you can.
Stay inside, lock all the doors and windows, and get to the basement. I'll be there as soon as I can. Seriously? Look, I can't go anywhere either. The guy in front of me has stopped too.
All major highways are at a standstill due to massive rioting. News reports are talking of more and more incidents popping up the entire day.
Oh, come on. Oh, what is happening to the world? Come on, let's go. I will rip you out of your car if you don't... Finally. What is that? This was the first time I saw them. I didn't know what to do. I froze, motionless in my seat as a group of them ran past my car towards the car honking behind me. Their bodies were littered with scars and lacerations. Their eyes were glazed over. The news reports gave the impression that they were people gone mad, but the way they moved, their presence, made me think these weren't people at all. They surrounded the car behind me. It was almost as if time stood still as I watched them jump on top of the car. In seconds, they had broken the glass, dragging the victim through the windshield. Like a pack of rabid dogs, they tore the man apart. I found my feet seconds later and hit the gas as hard as I could, driving into the grassy median. A look of mortality on that man's face still haunts me to this day. It was around 2 in the afternoon as I pulled into the driveway, frantically scrambling out of my car and into the rain. I darted straight down into the basement, ignoring my drenched clothes and muddy shoes. All that mattered to me at that moment was her safety. Emily? Emily, are you down here? Where are you? Oh, God. Panic and fear hit me in the face like a brick wall, for what lay before me was more devastating than anything else I had witnessed that day. The back door to the basement was wide open, leaving nothing but a chilling howl from the wind. I was alone. Her cell phone, which only a half hour before I had used to warn her into the basement, was on the floor. I flipped through it for any clue as to her whereabouts, any signs that she was still alive. Scott. Why would he have called Emily? Scott had been an old family friend. He was the reason me and Emily had even found each other in the first place, and we see each other every so often for a few drinks. When we were younger, he was always getting us into trouble. What he was up to these days, I have no idea, but at that moment, he became the most important person in the world.
Hello? I thought I told you to get out while you could, to go with the rest of them.
Scott, it's me, Ray. What's going on? Where's Emily? What happened?
I called to make sure you guys were all okay. Everything's gone to shit, man. When I heard you weren't with her, I told her I'd stay behind to get you out.
Out? Out of where?
They evacuated. Everyone's been moving to the next town. Rumor has it they haven't been hit yet, and that a safe house has been established for survivors.
Relief. It washed over me like a massive wave. The panic and fear I felt not moments ago was swept aside. There was a chance she was still alive. There was a chance I could see her again. At this moment, nothing else mattered other than getting to that safe house. Scott, where are you?
I'm in the old Army Depot on the corner of 54th Street and McCabe Avenue.
Stay put. I'll be right there.